So this is Parshas Vayeshev. We have sort of the seeds being planted for what will eventually be the first Gullus and the first national difficulty, and that's Gullus Mitzrayim. So this Parsha we have Yussie Zakutinsky being sold by his brothers into Mitzrayim, eventually leading to the entire Jewish people being brought to Mitzrayim and going through that Gullus. And so in a certain sense, this Parsha is the beginning of the concept and the experience of tsaros of Klal Yisrael, of makas, of sickness on a national level. And we know we have a rule that the Rabban Shalom is makdim refuah l'mak. The Rabban Shalom, whenever there's a sickness that he brings, he always first creates the cure. And that's out of Hashem's love. The Rabban Shalom, in order for us never to make the mistake of thinking that the Rabban Shalom's objective is to punish or the objective is to make things difficult, the Rabban Shalom's objective is always to heal, is always to make better. Happens to be, in order to improve a person individually or the Jewish people, sometimes we have to go through things. But the objective is always to repair, always to grow. And because of that, the Rabban Shalom always brings the refuah, the cure, before the sickness. And so what we have is an interesting thing. In this week's parasha, we have the beginnings of the first sickness, Gullus Mitzrayim. And so what we find in the Psalm is fascinating is that we have a remez, we have a hint to the last refuah that the Jewish people would ever experience until Mashiach comes. Even the last refuah is hinted to before the first sickness. What's the last refuah? Chanukah. Chanukah is the last yontif that the Jewish people experience, that we have until the coming of Mashiach. And so in a certain sense, if Gullus is the Makkah, Chanukah is the last refuah. And the Rabban Shalom brings the refuah before the Makkah. So the Sfarim point out the following thing. The first pasuk in our parsha, Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz Mugurei Aviv be'eretz Canaan, that Yaakov he dwelled in the dwelling place of his father, the land of Canaan. If you take the first and last letters of each one of those words, Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz Mugurei Aviv be'eretz Canaan, the first and last letters, plus the amount of words in that entire pasuk, plus the kailel, it equals Ner Chanukah. It equals Ner Chanukah. And so what the Rabban Shalom is hinting to us in that pasuk is that you should know, Jewish people, even before Yosef is sold, even before the very beginning of the first national difficulty, I'm already planning in my mind, says the Rabban Shalom, everything you'll need to get through every single national difficulty. So our key to get through every Gullus is Pesach and Shavuos and Sukkot and all the Yom Tov and everything we have the Rabban Shalom gave us. It's not a reaction to a Makkah. That was what the Rabban Shalom was thinking about at the very, very beginning. Before he gave us any Makkah, he already was thinking and planning what I'm going to do to soften it, what I'm going to do to give us the antidote to that thing, what's the refuah. So even before the Makkah of the first Gullus, the Rabban Shalom is already being maramis to us Ner Chanukah, which is the refuah to the last Gullus. So Hashem should help. We should be zeichet to come into Shabbos with menuchas nefesh and menuchas guf, and both individually and collectively see the redemption of our people. Be a skol tzedek meher v'meinu amen.
Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem.